Welcome again. Thank you for being here with me today. So find a comfortable seat on your mat, and as you do, see if you can really take a nice deep inhalation, lift the shoulders all the way up to the ears and roll your shoulder blades down the back and relax the shoulders down. And then this way you're creating space in between the shoulder blades and the ears. And then let the chin come slightly towards your chest so that the back of your neck gets elongated, the crown of your head reaches up towards the sky. And then with the help of your hands, if you're sitting cross-legged, bring your knees towards each other. And as you exhale, open the knees wide out to the side. You can gently press your knees open. And again, inhale, bring everything together. So almost like you're making yourself into this round little ball, and then exhale and open up. Let the knees soften to the side. And again, bring it in. And exhale, soften the knees out to the side. And then as you sit tall, take your right hand to your left knee. Just a gentle twist to the left. It doesn't have to be a deep, deep twist. Just kind of checking in with our spine. And then switch over to the other side. If you like to add your neck, you can also take your gaze over to the opposite shoulder, and then bring everything back to the center again. Inhale, lift the chest up, send the tailbone back. Exhale, pull the belly around the back, and then hold here for a moment. With the back rounded, can you drop the chin down? And you might feel a nice stretch in the back of the neck. Let the chin come down, let the head drop completely. Now keep that curvature or the concavity to the back of the neck. Keep the chin to your chest and slowly begin to lift the chest up. Keep the chin to your chest. Now with the chest lifted all the way, you can go ahead and lift the head up. So try that again. Drop the chin to your chest. Begin to round the back. You feel this stretch in the back of the neck. Keep the chin down to your sternum. Begin to arch your low back and then mid back and lift the chest up, and then let the head follow. And once you get up here, turn the head side to side, almost like you're drawing a smiley face on the ceiling. Just notice if one side of your neck is a little bit tighter than the other. If you want to stay and pause on one side, you can, but make sure those shoulders didn't come up to the ears. And then gently sit tall. Just kind of shake the head a little bit. Notice if there's any difference from the minute you sit down. And let's go ahead and come all the way on your back, please. So bend your knees, put your feet flat on the floor. Bring your knees to your chest. As you hug your knees in, take your knees over to the left and then extend the elbows straight and over to the right. So you're now drawing a big circle with the knees. Take it one more time to the left first, and then extend the arms straight into the right and bring it all the way back in, and then rotate the opposite direction. So if you were here with us last week, you remember we worked a lot on balance, physical balance. And then today I thought we would do kind of an emotional balance here. As we come back to the center, extend the left leg straight. Feel what's happening in that right hip. And then take that right leg all the way around, like nice circles in the femur bone. 2 more times. And that's what really appeals to me with yoga, because you can really connect that emotional practice with the physical practice. And we think that the two are really separate, but in fact, you know, our emotional well-being affects our physical well-being and vice versa. So switch legs, bring the left knee to your chest, right leg is straight. Sometimes just by moving a little bit, we can affect and impact our emotional well-being, and then sometimes vice versa. If you feel good, you want to move, and you know, if we're feeling anxious or depressed, we just kind of, I don't know, for me, I just want to kind of stay inside and not do anything. And whereas I can really impact both of them. So bring both knees to your chest, extend the legs straight. Take your hands down on the floor next to you. Lift the hips up, and then you can bring the hands under your buttocks. Your palms are down. And then we're going to do a little, imagine you're drawing a little vertical, an infinity sign. So you're going to circle the legs one direction and then draw that infinity sign going the opposite direction. So like taking the legs out to the left, but keep the legs together. Draw that little imaginary infinity sign on the ceiling. And then reverse it. So you go to the right first, and then left, and then right, and left. And a couple more times. And right and left. Notice if one side feels a little bit more weird. Now lower the legs down just a little bit. So press your hands down strongly so you're engaging the core a little bit more, and then continue on with that infinity sign. And really draw those. Like imagine you have markers on your toes, and you're drawing that infinity sign on the opposite wall, and then reverse it. So whichever direction you went first, do it the opposite direction. Keep the legs low if you can, just as engaging the core a little bit more. And then press the hands down again, and then lower the legs as much as you can towards the floor. Hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1, and lower the legs all the way down. Put your feet flat on the floor, please. Drop your knees over to the left and stretch out the right arm above your head, stretching out that right side body, and then bring the knees back up to the center, drop them to the right, and stretching out the left side. And then we're going to kind of swim just like this, side to side. Right arm reaches up as you drop the knees over to the left, and left arm reaches up as you drive the knees to the right. Notice the opening you're creating in your low back. So as you reach the left arm up, you're really creating space on that QL muscle on the on the left side. And then you reach the right arm up and you're stretching out the right side, creating space in the QL muscle. Once again, reach side to side and just notice the imbalances in your body. And it's okay, we're not judging anything or anyone. We're all are asymmetrical. So it's really good to begin to observe that. Really, that's all we're doing right here. And next time your knees are over to the right, reach the left, right arm all the way up. Take your left hand on top of your right thigh. Pause here for a moment. Turn your gaze over to the right. You can close your eyes if you like to. Just let the weight of that left hand draw the knees down towards the floor. So you get a nice deep stretch in that right side body, as well as maybe even the IT band a little bit on that right leg. Bring the knees back up to the center. Take your knees over to the right, and then reach the left arm above your head. Turn your gaze to the left, and as you do this, you might feel, oh, I'm feeling like I'm a little bit more open on this side than the other side. Take that right hand on top of the left thigh as you gently guide the knees down towards the floor. Remember, don't force anything or make anything happen. It's just, we're just kind of observing the imbalances or even balances are in our bodies. Bring the legs back up to the center. Bring the soles of your feet together. Let your knees go out to the side. Now, this is one area where I feel instant imbalance on the right and the left. So my right leg tends to be a little bit tighter. And if I want to, if we were going to stay here for a longer period of time, I would take blocks and put it on the outside of the thighs. But we're not staying here that long. So I just want you to notice, observe, and then let that energy move through. Let the knees kind of melt towards the floor. You can take your right hand on your belly, left hand on your chest. And then we're just going to do three parts breaths. So we're going to inhale into the belly, continue our inhalation to the chest, and then continue our inhalation to the collarbones, and we exhale, empty the belly, empty the chest, and empty the collarbones. So let's do that 3 times together. Inhale into the belly, belly expands, continue inhaling, chest expands, continue inhaling, collarbones expand, and empty the belly, empty the chest. Long exhale, empty the collarbones. So now really all the air is out. And 2 more times. Inhale, 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 all the air you can take in. And exhale, 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 and all the air in. So really you feel like your belly is empty. 1 more time. Inhale, 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 and exhale, exhale, and exhale. Beautiful. Bring your knees to your chest. Rock a little bit side to side. If you like to, you can roll up and down your spine. And then as you cross your ankles, just come up to tabletop pose, please. Another way to really notice imbalances here. So tabletop pose on all fours, all the joints are stacked. Take a nice deep inhale, send that left leg back behind you. Lift the chest up. Exhale, draw the left knee to your chest. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale, reach the left toes to the back wall. Exhale, knee comes to your chest. Inhale, send that left leg back. Exhale, knees to your chest. Now this time as you send the left leg back, notice if you're leaning over to the right side. We all have a tendency to do something. So can you make the weight equal on both hands, and then you're lowering that left hip down towards the floor. Lengthen that left leg way back behind you. Make sure the elbows are straight and the chest is lifted and the belly is lifted in and up. So now reach the left toes way to the back side of the mat. Hold it here. Now see if you can pick up the right hand off the ground. Really strong bird dog pose right here. Reach it in opposite direction and then lower everything down. Inhale, send the right leg back. Exhale, draw the knee to your chest. 2 more times. Inhale, send it straight back behind you. Exhale, knee comes to your chest. And again, inhale, right leg goes back. And exhale, knee comes to your chest. And then this time as you send the right leg back, hold it here. Initially, we all tend to lift that right hip up. It's natural. So lower the right hip down, lift through the inseam of the right leg. Now notice if you're leaning your hips over to the left, bring everything to the center seam of your body. Elbows are straight. That right leg is reaching to touch the back wall. Press your hands equally on your mat. Now see if you can pick up the left hand without shifting your weight anywhere and reach in opposite directions. And then exhale, lower down. It's really, really difficult. It may not seem that difficult, but it really is. Tuck your toes under and lift the hips up in downward facing dog. Take a nice deep breath here. As you exhale, begin to walk your hands to your feet. And then inhale, lift the chest halfway up. Your hands can come on your shins if you like to. Or if you have blocks nearby, you can go ahead and put your hands on a block. So your choice. Actually, I'm going to keep the block. And then now we're going to do that same thing. So extend the left leg back behind you, point the toes. And now naturally your weight is shifted to the right leg, right? But make sure you're not leaning to that right hip. So tuck that right hip in, zip everything to the inseam of the left leg, lift the left leg up. Notice if that left hip is lifting. Lower the hip down, reach the toes to the back. Exhale, draw the knee to your chest. Inhale, press it straight back. Try not to lift that leg up. Exhale, knee comes to your chest. Once again, press that leg straight back. Make it long. Reach the toes towards the back. Both hands either on the floor, on your blocks, or on the shin. And then begin to lift the right arm forward and pause as you reach in opposite directions. Can you lengthen your chest? Your spine is nice and long, and then exhale, lower down. Really focused work here, which makes it even that much more difficult. Send that right leg back behind you. Inhale. Notice if you shifted your weight. So we all do this. Or notice your right hip is lifted. Lower the right hip down. Lift through the inseam, the inner thigh of that right leg. And then exhale, bring the right knee to your chest. Can you keep that left leg energized and knee straight? Not hyperextending the knee, but really just energizing the thigh muscle. Send that right leg back behind you, and then bring the knee to your chest. And again, send the right leg back, bring the knee to your chest. And this time, as you send the right leg back, pause here. As you pause here, notice if you're feeling in that left hip. If you're feeling it too much in that left hip, that means you're dropping your weight into that hip. So lift out of the hip, keep the belly in, reach the right toes towards the back wall, and then reach the left arm forward. Hold it here, inhale, and exhale. Lower the left hand down, right foot comes down. You can put the blocks to the side if you're using them. Keep the knees bent. Inhale, come up to standing, nice and tall. Hands come to the heart center. Now, shift your weight over to the right, and then see if you can just lift like you're sucking in the femur bone in that hip socket. Lift the left leg up. Your hands come to your hips. So now you're really balancing on that right leg. Bring the left leg forward, and you're going to cross it in front and take it out to the side. And cross it in front, take it out to the side. So you're just swinging that leg in and out. In and out. Now notice if you're leaning over again, can you press that right hip in and lift through, zip through the center seam of your body. Take the leg out and in and out and in, and two more. Good. And last one. Nice. Put that foot down. Notice what happens inside when we're are working on balance, right? So we all kind of get a little fearful. Maybe we tense up. Can you lower the shoulders down? Let the shoulders relax. Same thing on the left side. Shift your weight over to the left, and then just let that right leg come up. It's almost like you're sucking the femur up into the hip socket. So you're not doing it by lifting the hips, but you're lifting up towards the sky. Bring that right leg forward, and then take the leg in and out. Notice what's happening with the shoulders. If you find the shoulders up, can you soften the shoulders down? And all you're doing is just creating a little imbalance for that left leg, an imbalance in the mind, so you kind of figure out what balance is, right? So if we know the opposite, we know if we know what imbalance is, we know what balance is. I don't know if that made sense, but that's the way it is. We have to know the darkness to see the lightness. So come up to the top of your mat, please. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, bend the knees and fold forward. Inhale, lengthen the spine, halfway up. Exhale, plant your hands down, step your left foot back behind you. Step the right foot back behind you. Come to plank pose, top of the push-up. So now this is another good place that we can really work on this sense of balance and imbalance, right? Bring the right knee to the floor, and then swivel on that right knee. Bring the inside edge of the left foot down. Reach the left arm up. Pause here for a moment. Press the bottom of the left foot down onto the floor. So much so, and press the right hand down so much so that that right knee becomes light and you lift the right knee off the ground. So the right knee is kind of hovering off the ground, and then you're lifting the hip up towards the sky. So you're creating complete imbalance here in your body. Lifting up, and you're doing it intentionally. The inner thigh on that left leg is working hard. Your right arm is working hard. The right side of your body is working hard. And you're lifting the left arm up to kind of give yourself a sense of balance. Lower the right knee down. Let's try it on the other side. Bring the left hand down. Come back to plank pose, top of the push-up. Lower the left knee down. Swivel on the left knee. Bring the inside edge of the right foot down. As you do that, then you can flatten the right foot all the way down. That's going to give you a nice base. So now press the bottom of the right foot down, press the left hand down. And you do that so strongly that that left knee starts to hover off the ground. So it's kind of like dangling right here. It's like a scale dangling, right? So you lift, you press down, you root down to lift up, And then you can bring the right arm up to give yourself an illusion of balance. And you're breathing and you're holding and you're really softening the shoulders. And we're trying not to freak out. We want to keep the mind calm even in this challenging pose. And then come all the way down. Bring the right hand down and right knee comes down. Come back to your tabletop. Inhale, lift the chest up, send the tailbone up. Exhale, pull the belly in, round the back. Let's go back to the top of everything that we worked on. Nice flat back. But by flat back, I mean that there's still a little bit of a curvature on your lumbar spine, but your spine is nice and long. Send the left leg back behind you. Go through all the movements. So lower the left hip down, lift through the inseam of the leg. Reach the toes towards the back. Engage your core. Reach the right arm forward. If you like to, you can reach, look straight ahead. Pause here for a moment, reach in opposite directions, and then lower everything down. And you find balance here right away. Send the right leg back behind you. Press through both hands. Lift through the inseam of the right leg. Toes reach and touch the back wall. And then reach the left arm forward. So you're creating imbalance. But can your mind still have a sense of balance even here? Reaching in opposite directions and then lower everything down. Take a nice deep breath here. Tuck your toes under. Lift the hips up into your downward facing dog. Walk your feet all the way back to your hands. Inhale, lift the chest halfway. Exhale and fold forward, drop the head down. So this time I'm going to give you an option. If you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can just have fingertips on the floor. You can still have your hands on your shins or your blocks. I'm going to keep my fingertips on the floor, and then I'm going to lift the left leg back behind me, reaching the left toes back. Now, I am lifting my left hip up, so I'm going to lower the left hip down and then reach the right arm forward. Reach in opposite directions once again. Engage your core, but can you make it soft? And then we're going to add on something here. Can you lift the left fingertips off the ground? Hold it, create that imbalance, even if you can hold just for 20 seconds. And then lower everything down. Beautiful. Switch side, reach the right toes back. It's kind of a workshop what we're doing here, but really, really efficient and effective. Begin to reach the left arm forward. Pause here for a moment. Press through the bottom of that left foot. Make sure you're not leaning too much to the left as you're reaching the right toes back. Lower the right hip down and then lift through the inseam of the right leg. Core is engaged. Maybe lift the right arm off the ground if you can hold for 10 seconds. Hold it for as long as you can, and then slowly lower everything down. Inhaling, lift, exhale and fold. Plant your hands down, step your left foot back, right foot back, come to top of the push-up, plank pose, pause. Now we're gonna add on here. So bring the feet together, inner edges of your feet touching. Lift the left toes up. Now the minute we lift the left toes up, we're gonna arch our back. So I want you to do the opposite. With the toes lifted, pull the belly in, engage the core. Maybe begin to come up to your right fingertips. Make that left leg really strong. Maybe the right hand picks off the ground. Hold it for 5 seconds. And then lower it down. Reach the right toes off the ground. Lift it up. Lengthen the leg. So strong, strong, powerful leg. Press through that right hand. Try not to shift your weight over to the right, but come up on your left fingertips. And then maybe the left fingertips lift up. Hold it here for 5, 3, 2, 1. And lower everything down. Beautiful. Now, swivel your heels over to the right, so we're coming into side plank. If you like to, you can definitely bring that right knee down onto the floor. But try and keep the knees straight if you want to challenge yourself. Press your right hand, and just a little note, in your side plank, if you feel too much of a compression in that shoulder, move the hand up towards the top of your mat a little bit. So your hand is more on a diagonal. That might help dumping in, if you tend to dump into that shoulder, lift out of the shoulder. So press the hand down. The hand is a little bit more forward towards your top of your mat. Reach the left arm up. Now, as we pause here for a moment, notice if the hips are sagging. Can you lift the hips up and then reach the left arm all the way over your head? Now we're going to create imbalance here by picking that left foot off the ground, and we hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down, come back to top of the push-up plank pose. If you want to come down here and rest for just a moment, you can, or we're just going to move forward to the other side. So you swivel your heels over to the left. Again, check in, make sure that left shoulder is okay. Press the hands down, that left hand down strongly. Reach the right arm up. Notice the hips. If they're sagging, lift the hips up towards the sky. Turn the right palm down. Reach the right hand to the top of your mat. And then see if you want to challenge yourself. Pick up that right foot off the ground. And you hold it here for 3, for 2, and 1. Lower the right foot down and then come all the way down on your knees. Stretch back to child's pose and rest for just a moment. Bring the forehead down to the floor. Breathe into the back side. So all this focus work is really, really much more difficult than just moving through poses, because the muscle is under tension for a longer period of time. So come up to tabletop pose. We're just going to do one quick flow just to kind of get the movement in our joints. Tuck your toes under, lift the hips up, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, draw the knee to your chest. Step the right foot in between your hands. Spin the left foot flat. Inhale, come on up to your first warrior. Reach up. Notice how this balance work that we did at the beginning of the class affects your poses now. Come to warrior 2. Turn the right palm up. Reverse your warrior. Exhale, circle your hands down to the floor and step the right foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Spin the right foot flat. Inhale, warrior 1. Come on all the way up. Exhale, warrior 2. Reach all the way out to the side. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, circle your hands down to the earth and step the left foot back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, float the right leg up. Again, press strongly through both hands so your right leg is lifted. You're imbalanced on the bottom, but you want your shoulders and your hands to stay balanced. Exhale, step the right foot in between your hands. Spin the left foot flat, give yourself balance, and inhale, come all the way up. Warrior 1, exhale, warrior 2. We're gonna add on. Reverse your warrior, reach back, stretch it back. Exhale, circle your hands down to the floor, and now take it to a revolve lunge. Reach the right arm up as you lift the left heel back. So we're gonna do that imbalance move again. Heel toe the right foot to the middle of your mat, come to side, side plank pose. Create imbalance, lift that right leg up into star pose. Hold for 3, for 2, and 1, and then step the right foot again to the middle of your mat, all the way to the top of your mat, and step the right foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale, float the left leg up. Exhale, step the left foot in between your hands. Come on up to your first warrior, reach up. Exhale, open up into your second warrior, reach out to the side. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reach back. Circle your hands down to the earth, revolve lunge. Pick up that right heel off the ground. Twist your torso to the left, reach up. Create that imbalance. Heel toe your left foot to the middle of your mat. You can stay here and just practice this. This is a great place to practice. Or pick up that left foot, come into star pose. Lifting up, hold for 3, for 2. Can you smile here for 1? And then step the left foot back up all the way to your runner's lunge. And then step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Inhale here. As you exhale, come to top of the push-up. And then lower all the way down to the earth. Bring your legs together, please. Bring your forehead down to the floor. Press your feet down, your pubic bone down, and inhale, lift the chest up into cobra. Pause here for a moment. Take your arms out to the side. So this is a really good way to kind of create balance for your back muscles. Inhale, begin to reach the arms forward, press the feet down, don't let the feet come off the ground. And then draw the elbows to your chest as you lift the heart up a little bit higher. Again, inhale, keep your gaze down to the top of your mat. And then elbows come towards your rib cage as you lift the chest up. Inhaling, reach. Exhale, bring the elbows down. 2 more times. Inhale, press your feet down, your pubic bone down. Exhale, lift the heart up. Last one. Inhale and exhale. And then lower the hands down next to your chest and lift the heart up in a higher cobra. So we're going to do that once again. If you like to challenge yourself, you can take your blocks or a couple of books that weight equally, or you can, if you're really ambitious, you can also do this with weights. So hold on to your blocks, bring your forehead down, bring your legs down. Again, your legs are super strong. Press the top of your feet down, your pubic bone down, and then lift the chest up. Now lift the blocks off the ground, inhale, and then bring the elbows towards your rib cage as you lift the chest up a little bit higher. We're just going to do 2 more of these. Inhale. And if this is too challenging or difficult, just put the blocks back down and do it without any weight whatsoever. And bring the elbows down, lift the chest up. And last one, inhale. And then lower the elbows down, lower the hands down. Lift the heart up into a higher cobra. And exhale, roll back to your child's pose. Excuse me. Walk the fingertips to the top of your mat. Just pause here for a moment. Breathe into your low back. And then walk your fingertips to the left side of your mat as you reach now you can shift your hips. So let your weight shift to the right, stretch out the right side. In yoga we do so much, we try and do everything very consciously. Bring the hands back to the center and then walk your hands over to the right. So the compressions are done consciously, the shifting of the weight is done consciously. We do it intentionally. And then come back all the way to the center. Bring the elbows down onto the floor and bring the hands to the nape of your neck. Bring the hands together into prayer pose, and that's a really good stretch for your upper back and triceps. Forehead comes down. Take a nice deep breath here. Exhale it out. And then gently press yourself all the way up. Sit on one side, please. Extend. Put the feet flat on the floor. So your hands are going to come behind you. Turn the fingertips away from each other or towards your hips, whichever works best for your wrist. Bring the feet a little bit closer to your buttocks and lift the hips up into your reverse tabletop. Pause here for a moment. Now we're going to create a little bit of an imbalance, right? So press your right foot down. Try not to shift the weight, but just press the right foot down. And then pick up the left foot off the ground. And then lower the left foot down, press the left foot down, and pick up the right foot off the ground. Good. So come all the way down. So if you notice, the minute you do that, instead of shifting your weight, you're actually mobilizing the buttocks and the hamstrings a lot more. So let's do that again. Lift the hips up. Don't shift the weight, but just press that right foot down. Lift the left leg up. Pause here. Maybe extend the left leg straight and then pulse it up for 3, 2, and 1. Lower the left foot down. You can come down and rest for just a moment. And then lift the hips up. Reverse tabletop. So don't shift the weight. Just press the left foot down. Pick up the right foot off the ground. Extend the right leg up and lift for 3. Pulse it up for 2 and 1. Lower the right foot down and then lift the hips up. Now shift the weight side to side and then lower everything down. Come all the way on your back, please. Bring the knees to your chest. So you can shake your wrist a little bit, rotating the wrist one direction and then the other direction. As you can tell, I have a lot to say about balance and imbalance. So just practice this, everything that we went through today by yourself. It's a really good way of figuring out what's imbalance in your body and what's the opposite. Bring both knees to your chest, grab the outside edges of your feet. And when you do that, you discover the natural tendencies, our habitual patterns of the way we're standing and the way we lean over to one side. And once you recognize that, you can really eliminate a lot of possibilities for injury. And as we get older, those patterns get more and more ingrained into us. So if you like to extend the left leg straight, so it's really nice to be able to figure those things out, observe them and fix them as we can. And go side to side here. And then if you like to, you can extend both legs straight. So that we prevent, it's really, yoga is more about injury prevention than anything. So let the legs go out to the side. But we do so by noticing and observing our natural tendencies, our habitual patterns. And then bring both knees to your chest, bring the soles of your feet together, interlace your fingers on the outside edges of your feet. Draw the heels a little bit closer to your groin. Close your eyes. Notice all the hard work we did today. That was really, really important work. And then lower the outside edges of your feet down on the floor. Let your knees open up. So we did that at the beginning of the class. Notice if there's any change now. Notice if you feel any difference in your low back, in your hips, in the knees, in the belly and the chest. And then gently bring the knees all the way back up. And we're just going to do a nice twist. So if you like to just stack your knees and drop them to the left, you can. If you prefer to cross the top knee on top, that gets a little bit deeper stretch, you can. Sometimes it feels good to bring the outside edge of the left foot on the right knee. So go wherever your body is telling you you need to go. And really be mindful and careful of this beautiful vessel, this beautiful body that moves us throughout the day, really takes us through our challenges and our moments of weakness and strength. So really move with a sense of gratitude for the body as opposed to berating it. Put both feet flat on the floor. Either drop both knees to the right, or if you did any of the other twists, go ahead and do this on the right side. Let the knees drop down to the right. Extend the left arm above your head. Close your eyes. Moving from a place of gratitude allows us to get stronger, more appreciative of our bodies, breathe better, have more focus, and just feel an overall sense of harmony and balance in our bodies. When we move from a place of love and gratitude, we can really multiply our benefits, the benefits of any exercise plan, whether it's yoga or Zumba or anything, running, cycling, coming all the way back to the center, drawing your knees one more time to your chest, and then nicely extend your legs out, come into your final pose, Shavasana. And again, as I always say, please don't skip this, even if it's just for a moment of just closing your eyes and letting your body integrate what happened, letting your mind consolidate what you learned today, and I let it all sink in. Let your breath be completely natural. As you're ready, gently begin to deepen your breath. Draw one knee to your chest and then the other knee to your chest. Notice which nostril you're breathing out of a little bit easier. Roll over to that side and pause for a moment. And with the strength in your top arm, press yourself to a comfortable seat, please. As you sit tall, notice the balance, notice the imbalance. Notice that this is all part of you, part of your consciousness, part of consciousness as one. Having appreciation and love for exactly where you are in this moment in life. Thank you so much for allowing me to guide you through your practice today. Have a beautiful day. Namaste.